when I started with the Postal Service, I started as a mail carrier in the Dallas City area, which is leading the nation also in dog bites. I was on a route and I've been bitten 3 times by pit bulls. On one occasion, I was attacked by 2 dogs, a pit bull and a lab at the same time, which affected me on being available to work my route that I was on. So I was off for a few months. Having dog bites can not only impact the Postal Service in the delivery of the mail, but it also can affect the employee, their stability to come to work, what kind of injuries they may have, financial losses. So having dog bites are a major impact to the stability of the Postal Service and the mail delivery.
Have you recovered now? 'Cause you mentioned you were out for a few months. It must
Yes.
have been pretty bad.
Yes, yes. I have recovered. I carried mail in the Dallas area for 12 years, so I've since been in management about 8 years. But there is lasting effects when we get bitten by a dog. I don't like the big dog. I don't like the pit bull, some major dogs because of some of the issues that happened in the past, being getting bit.
Would you happen to know if anything happened to the owner of those pets afterwards?
Yes, during that time, the owner did, the police came out, they confiscated the dog. Some didn't have rabies shots, and I also had to go to the hospital that day and start that until we found out if the dog had had their shots because the owner was not home at the time. So it did affect my life tremendously when I got bit.
So what can happen to pet owners if one of their dogs bites a postal worker?
Well, it can be a financial loss to the customer. It can stop mail delivery to the local area until it's safe for us to deliver. It can be financial liabilities that their insurance, they may incur insurance increases because they may have to pay for hospital bills and salaries and loss of time and stress in situations that the employee has to go through to either get back to work.
How often do these dog bites incidents happen in your experience?
In my experience, they happen far too many times. Last year alone, there was over 5,200 dog bites nationwide within the Postal Service. And that causes an extreme loss with the mail delivery. It impacts neighborhoods and communities. So it's major and it affects us in a major way.
So it's 5,200 incidents nationwide
Yes.
last year.
Yes.
How many times is mail delivered? Like out of 5,000, out of like 1,000,000 instances, 2 million, just to get an idea of how often this happens.
I mean, we have millions of deliveries within the Postal Service when they're out delivering. It can impact thousands of deliveries when we can't deliver due to the dog situations in different neighborhoods.
And in Texas in particular, looking at 2025 dog bite incidence data, Texas was second in the nation behind California.
Yes.
Why do you think that's happening?
I believe that we need more dog awareness. The Postal Service, starting yesterday on June the 1st, we have a month-long campaign with the theme of do not turn your back on dog bite prevention. So we want to make it aware to the communities all over the nation that take this serious. Take the delivery of your mail, the care of your postal employee, just make it a priority so that they can go home just the same way that they came, so that the dog doesn't impact their life in a major way.
You talk about dog bite awareness. What should folks, we'll start with postal workers, what should they be aware of?
We should always be aware of our surroundings 100% of the time. We have some things in place where on our scanners, we can put a dog alert that allows us to know at a certain distance or houses down or the neighborhood where we have a dog problem at. We also can place delivery warning cards as well as a secondary item so that we can identify not only the scanner can go off, but there is a delivery card to alert the employee, okay, it's coming up where we have had dog issues before. When we get to a yard with a fence, we have to make rattle. We just make a noise so be aware if there's any dogs out, that noise may bring them out and you can be aware. Then when we go up to the houses, many times the customer just opens the door and the dog is running loose in the house. So we ask the customer that if they can place the dog in a locked room or in another room so that the dog doesn't run out the door. that always helps so that it prevents, because you see all the time, the dog rushes through the door, the employee falls back and get bit. So we ask that you be vigilant on being safety, and think of safety when we're out in the communities delivering your mail.
And what would be your advice to owners or folks you're delivering to make it so when that delivery happens, it's a safe process?
Well, to the owners, we ask that you not take any of the mail from the employee when they're delivering the mail hand, because dogs are territorial. So we want to make sure that the dog doesn't think that we're trying to attack or anything of that nature. Also, teach our kids, this is the summertime, and the kids are going to be out. They're going to be going in and out of the homes, and the dogs are going to be out. So please, if you have your dog outside, let's have them on a leash, especially during the delivery times.